Hey, what's up, everyone? Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're doing good. Hope it's going okay for you out there. Um, we're just going to take a quick look at the path of Mercury retrograde, the shape that he's making as he finishes his retrograde path in Gemini for this season. So I thank you for coming and watching. I thank God for his understanding and wisdom that we can look into it, and I praise his mighty name for the wisdom that he gives in Jesus' name. So, we're in the middle of this Mercury retrograde right now, right? We're actually here with it at this time. But the interesting thing is that Mercury in his path is applying to the North Node, Aldebaran, and the trine to Saturn, which we could see on the other screen, but staying here. So Mercury is gaining that flavor. It's not going to come to a conjunction to any of these placements or with Saturn, but the Mercury is getting that influence from Saturn, especially, and mixing his energies with Aldebaran and the North Node's function. And of course, this is all governing what the Sun is doing and so on, what the North Node is doing and so on, because Mercury is still in this sign. So, I think, in my experience, this past week has been difficult, strange, and a lot of that comes from the Uranus-Saturn square that's fairly active in the chart right now, to say the least. But just staying with Mercury, there is a lot going on, but just take a look. So Mercury in his path, we'll kind of back it up so you can see. So here's the Mercury retrograde, Cazimi with the moon. This was like last Wednesday, the day of the solar eclipse. Wednesday into Thursday morning, Wednesday midnight. You understand? And Mercury at that time, before that, so remember this, he left the conjunction to Venus, made this downward moving path from the ecliptic. So he left the ecliptic and the Venus conjunction. He's now moved away from the ecliptic, applying now to Aldebaran and the North Node, pretty far from the ecliptic, and he's going to be pretty much slowing down and stationing this week. And then as he moves forward, and only when the moon comes into Gemini does he really seem to gain some speed here. So that's another thing I wanted to make note of, that you can kind of think about it that way. The Gemini moon that's coming up will correspond pretty much to when Mercury will be pretty direct, moving faster, only gaining at that point, so to speak. As far as like ordinary type business and so on is concerned, things making sense, things moving forward in an ordinary way, etc. But okay, bringing it back to where we are now, it's a pretty critical moment, honestly. The moon in Virgo here. But yeah, Aldebaran is one of the four royal stars. There are four very bright stars who are in a grand cross arrangement in the sky. We could look at that. So you see Aldebaran is there. Regulus and Leo. believe it's Foam al Hout that is the one in Aquarius, and then we have Antares in Scorpio, right? Those are the 4 royal stars. I'm sorry that wasn't really helpful to go through that, but so Mercury is like as if like slowing up against this T square, right? Does that make sense? So I mean, it's going to not perfect pretty clearly there, see? But it is adding to the intensity, and the north and the south node being on Aldebaran and Antares is something I wish I knew more about, but it's certainly adding to the intensity and the meaning of what the north node and the south node are doing with this Mercury retrograde and coming off of the solar eclipse, right? So Mercury makes this like Nike swoosh type of deal towards the end of the month. See that? It's like, and then things will move ahead, but oh my, and things will work more properly and so on. You all know what it is, but you can see that when Mercury crosses the ecliptic here, will not be until July 18, and I think it's going to be around this time that you really see things start to be clear and make sense, right? Another thought I was having about this, Mercury and the Sun are very similar, right? They're very having to do with each other. Of course, all the planets have to do with the Sun, but Mercury most intimately has to do with the Sun. So, we had all this Neptune stuff come across Mercury, and as well, the Sun has been moving through the square to Neptune, so we've been in this confused daze, and it's certainly exacerbated the Mercury Saturn, or the Uranus Saturn thing, right? Right. But, mid-July, going into August, I think we're really going to see things, I want to say become less painful, but, we'll see about that. But it's, more ordinary with, like, business and so on, and, like, moving ahead with things more. So, just to let you know, we're kind of in this last part of Mercury retrograde. Mercury is going to be really slow this week. He's going to be slowing down this week as he applies this conjunction to Aldebaran in the North Node, and this, without perfecting, he will be moving slower into that. So, if things became more intense in a way, I wouldn't be surprised. But, we have one more leg of this story to play out for this play, right? This is like Act 3 of, or the end of Act 2 of Mercury retrograde. So, I think that's all I really wanted to express. I thank you for watching my video. God bless you, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a good one.